Pitch coming up. And our pitcher in this game, Ranger Suarez.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. Fastball for a strike. And we are underway.
First pitch, 6:35.
And now the count is even.
1-1.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Good eye in that spot.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher that's got some sink like that at the end. It's just the bottom falls out of it when it looks like it's going to be a pretty good pitch in that location that everyone says lefties love.
Here comes Manny Machado. And the first pitch misses for ball one. One down, base is empty. That pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-1. And Manny gets a piece. And that skips in the dirt. One out, base is empty. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Marsh moves under it. He's got it, and there's two away. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, one guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Fernando Tatis Jr.
And Boog, he's their team leader in home runs, so you know the pitchers on that other side, man, they took a lot of time preparing for him in that pregame meeting. You know, he's got a lot of pop, and it's real pop. It's not fluky at all. He can absolutely change the outlook of a game very quickly, so watch out when he steps in.
Jackson Merrill stands in here, takes ball one low. Strike one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And now 2 balls and a strike. 2 out, space is empty. And there's the strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
And that'll fall for a base hit. And that gives Fernando Tatis Jr. a chance to hit with 2 out.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. And that's in there for strike one.
All ones the count.
Two outs. Ball one there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. That's out. Hey, 2.
In the dirt.
2-2 is down.
Merrill off of first with 2 away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. One left for San Diego, and now it's the Phillies' turn. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Philadelphia, and our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Trey Turner leading things off and takes a strike. Here comes a pitch. On the ground. Slings to first. Turner is out. And time now for the Phillies lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris. So we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
Kyle Schwarber at the plate and takes high there. That one fouled off. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Schwarber out on the play.
Batting third baseman, Alec Bohm.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Alec Bohm. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and the Phillies are set down in order. Phillies go down quietly in the inning, scoreless after 1. Back at Citizens Bank Park, top of the second. Now it's the DH, Xander Bogaerts. First pitch, and he just misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Not close with that one, and the count's full. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Now snap throw to first. Bogaerts dives back. Just missed. Misses again, 5 in a row. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
That's ball 3.
In the dirt. Runner at first with no outs here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
First and second, no outs. Next to hit, Jose Iglesias. Castellanos moves on it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Batting 8th, second baseman Jake Cronenworth.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
In the grand scheme of things, this at bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at bat.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Bogarts, the runner at third. Sheets at first, 1 gone. And that is out of play.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. And that's a base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. To third. Tag. Got him.
That's heads up play right there. The outfielder knowing he has no shot at the runner at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
And now it's Elias Diaz. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Into the outfield, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So the lineup flips over. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1. And misses inside. Up and in, and it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Line to left. That's a hit. Here comes Cronenworth around third. 1 run is in. Coming home. The relay to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Padres 2 and the Phillies nothing. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, and here is Nick Castellanos. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Pitches in the dirt, and the count even 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And he swings over the top there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That just misses. Now 2-2. Left field. Sheets squeezes it. One down.
Good pitch. You just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Now batting Max Kepler. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
One down, base is empty. And that just misses.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
JT Realmuto in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's too high. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Phillies down in order, and they're down 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now Machado up here. He's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Pitch misses there, and now 3-0. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Marsh moving back. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. His 14th of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. And that one is lifted in the air. Marsh moves under it. Hauls it in for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one's in there, and it's 1-2. They'll crisp through the early stages. he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. That one misses. Ball 3. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. The walk and a run scored his first time. Swing and a miss.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-1. And that's in the dirt. Got it. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. But the Padres add to the lead on a solo homer. It's now 3-0. Set for the bottom of the third. This is Bryson Stott. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. Cease back to work. Right through there for a strike. The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. And that one upstairs. And that misses. And now 3-1. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. And brings it in at the wall.
Batting 8th, first baseman, number 4.
Now it's the rookie first baseman. That's in there. Strike 1. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Brandon
Marsh steps to the plate. Headed towards the corner. Sheets on the move towards foul ground. Nice grab on the run. And that ends the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the left fielder, Gavin Sheets.
Booga, never got to play at Citizens Bank Park in my career, just the old Veteran Stadium in Philadelphia, but the crowds here are just as energetic now as they were at that old park. And trust me, as an outfielder visiting town, you're going to hear it from the fans out there in the bleachers.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
And they'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That misses. Full count now. Good job to fight that one off. Stays alive. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Now batting,
Man at
shortstop,
first,
Jose
nobody out.
Iglesias.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Hit weakly on the ground towards second. Stop. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Mick Abel getting ready to go. Sanchez, the lefty, warming up as well. Foul ball there. One out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4. A changeup missing, and that's ball 1. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Here's Elias Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In the dirt, and that is ball 1. Sheets stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and 1-1.
1 strike.
That one almost got him. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Padres leave 1, but they lead at 3-0. And we're back, ready to go, bottom 4. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a leadoff double for their first hit of the game.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Grounded out his first time up. And downstairs.
Counts 1-0.
Man at second. So 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Turner around third. He'll score easily, and it's now a 2-run game.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
And here comes Alec Bohm. Struck out swinging his first time. And he grounds one back up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction and dive, knock that ball down. And big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Fly to left his first time. Right through there for a strike. On the ground to third, Iglesias. And it gets by him. Throw to first, gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out. Singy did a good job showing off his arm for the out on what was a close play. It's a good thing, too, because he didn't have a lot of time there.
No, he didn't, Boog. How about that arm, man? StatCast saying he whipped it over there at 86 miles per hour, and you know that's nothing to scoff at when you're not throwing off a mound.
Max Kepler at the plate. And that one is in for a strike.
0-1.
And it's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 4. It's the Padres 3 and the Phillies 1.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back,
the Phillies.
and there's a new arm on the mound to
Number
start the
61.
5th. Christopher Sanchez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Luis Ariz stands
for
in.
The Padres. First baseman Luis Ariz.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Fights it off. He'll see another. 1-2 now. On its way to the corner. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. That one not close. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Popped in the air, left field. Kepler right there to make the grab. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado. He's already homered here in this one. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Ripped on the ground to second. On to first.
He's out.
Machado is out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Jackson Merrill, 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
That's a ball. 1-1.
And that is downstairs.
2-1.
2-1.
1 strike.
And that's in for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Bottom of the inning, JT Realmuto steps
for
in.
the Phillies, catcher JT Realmuto.
First pitch just misses.
Well, these Phillies, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a high chopper, and that goes foul. Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. Flying to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Next is the speedy first baseman. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. Missed inside with the curve. Out to short. Iglesias on the run, sends it over to first. Nicely done for the out. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Now it's the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. Sanchez back to work. Gets to it with a slide. Throw to first, and they get the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. And first offering is fouled off. Bogaerts, 32 years old, and he was born in Aruba. One down, base is empty. That misses. 1-1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Ripped on a line. Base hit.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Now it's going to be Gavin Sheets. First pitch misses. Runner takes off on the ground to third. To first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Jose Iglesias gets a chance to hit now. 0 for 2 in this one.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Stott over to first in time. That's out number 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Padres 3 and the Phillies 1. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
So the Philly batting order turns over, and digging in for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
The shortstop takes the ball.
You know this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about. Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus. But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That's out to center field. Merrill sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, third baseman
So
Alec
digging in
Bohm.
now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
The 2-hole hitter showing so much versatility, understanding the situation, gets on base with 2 out to bring possibly the best hitters in this lineup up to the plate in this inning.
Swing and a ground ball. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 7th inning coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Phillies 1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Matt Strom.
For the Phillies.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year. So this seems like a calculated move.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Jake Cronenworth.
First pitch, not close. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Mick Abel, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. That's a laser base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, catcher.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Elias Diaz. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
You know, these Padres, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Next offering is down low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
There's the strike at the knees.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Swing and a pop-up. Turner should have it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman Luis Ariz.
Luis Ariz, the next up for the Padres. Snap throw to first. Cronenworth dives back in. Runner takes off. Ground ball up the middle.
He's in there. He's
no
safe.
chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Here's Manny Machado now. He's already homered in this game.
Machado.
Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out. Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Cronenworth on second. Machado at first. 2 out of the inning. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That just misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Up the middle. Trey Turner gloves it. They get the force. Out number 3. Padres leave a pair, but they still lead it 3-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th, and now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
That to right. Tatis drifts towards it, and there's 1 down.
Now batting left fielder, Max
Kepler stands in for the Phillies. Breaking ball misses down and away. Action in the pen down there. Wandy Peralta preparing to come on if needed. Adam, the right-hander, loosening up as well. 1 down, base is empty. There's a swing and a drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Throws to second.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
One out, runner at second. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. And that's outside. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom of the 7th. A little out front there as he swings through it.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Pitch misses. 2-1.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And the tying run is on base.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Dylan Cease done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
they hand the ball over to a new arm, Wandy Peralta. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2 is the count.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That's to third. Machado. And now the first baseman.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
There's a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
Down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
One ball, two
in
strikes.
the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Next offering is down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Roll to short, could be 2. Throws to first in time. Now 2 away as they get a run across. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. And there's a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
And it's even up.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. 2 down, go ahead run in scoring position. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Back to the mound, he's got it. In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they score twice and even it up late. We look ahead to inning number 8. All tied up at 3 apiece. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Max Lazar.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about. You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it's foul. Swing and a miss. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Jordan Romano, the closer, is getting loose.